Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming. And let's face it, nobody wants to trudge through the cold and snow to buy a home in the dead of winter. I mean, can you imagine trying to get excited about a home when you're just trying to keep your feet from freezing off? Or how about trying to squeeze in a house hunt between holiday shopping, decorating, and figuring out how to avoid those awkward conversations with your weird relatives or in-laws over Thanksgiving dinner? Yeah, it's no wonder why winter isn't exactly prime time for home sales. But believe it or not, some people still sell their homes during these chaotic months. And if that's you, or might be you, timing becomes even more crucial. In today's video, I'm going to break down exactly what you need to know about the best and worst times to sell your home, so you don't find yourself shoveling snow during an open house. Unless that's your thing, of course. So, whether you are planning ahead or just trying to avoid selling your home in the middle of a blizzard, stick around because I've got some valuable tips that will save you a lot of headaches and maybe even some frostbite. Knowing the worst times to sell a home is crucial. If you're thinking about selling your home, the timing can make or break your experience, and more importantly, your profits. For most homeowners, selling a house isn't just about putting it on the market whenever you're ready. It's about being strategic, timing the sale to maximize your profits and minimize your stress. And trust me, timing can make a significant difference, not just in how quickly your home sells, but in how much money you walk away with at the end of the deal. I've spent over 15 years studying market trends, analyzing data, and witnessing firsthand just how timing can impact a sale. So in today's video, I'm going to break down the seasonal trends that affect the real estate market, data and statistics on home sales across different months, and some practical tips for selling during these less than optimal times. I'll also share some real life examples from my experience to show you how timing can be the difference between a quick, profitable sale and a drawn out, stressful process. And nobody wants that. Let's start with the basics. Seasonal trends. The real estate market isn't static. It changes throughout the year, and understanding these fluctuations can help you time your sale properly. If you ask most people when the best time to sell a home is, they'll most likely say spring or summer, and for good reason. These are traditionally the busiest times of year for home sales. But why is that? First off, people generally prefer to move when the weather is warm and somewhat predictable. Spring and summer make for much more comfortable moving conditions than wintertime, because no one likes hauling boxes and packing up a moving truck in the snow and freezing weather. Second, many families with school-aged children want to get settled in before the next school year starts. This creates a sense of urgency in the market. Parents want to get their kids registered for school, find the best bus routes, and avoid having to move mid-semester. There's another big factor: curb appeal. In spring and summer, your home just looks better. Flowers are blooming, lawns are lush, and the whole neighborhood feels alive and vibrant. It's much easier to show off your home when everything outside is green and sunny. Compare that to the bare trees and slushy sidewalks of winter. It's not quite the same charm, is it? And let's not forget how much easier it is to keep your home presentable in the summer months. In winter, you are constantly battling muddy boots, melting snow, and cold drafts. But in the spring and summer, you can throw open the windows, let the light in, and your home practically stages itself. Buyers are more likely to feel positive and envision themselves living there when the sun is shining and your home feels fresh. So all of these factors together, the weather, school schedules, curb appeal, and ease of keeping your home show ready, combine to make spring and summer the prime seasons to sell. If you time it right, you can take advantage of the busiest part of the market when buyers are motivated and your home looks its best. Before we move on, if you are finding this video useful, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I do try to post new and helpful content every week. Now here is something I have noticed throughout my career. From March to June, home sales tend to peak. According to the National Association of Realtors, 40% of annual home sales happen during May and June alone. That's a huge number and a big indicator that this is a great time to list your home if you want the best price and a quick sale. Another thing I have seen consistently is how the urgency ramps up in early summer. Families want to lock in their homes and be settled by the time school starts in the fall. That urgency works in your favor as a seller. People are more motivated and willing to pay top dollar. However, as the summer progresses into July and August, things start to slow down. By mid-July, there is typically a significant drop-off in activity. It's like clockwork. The 4th of July hits and suddenly everyone's on vacation, distracted by summer plans, or already settled into their homes. While there are still buyers out there, the sense of urgency diminishes and it's a bit harder to close those deals. Now let's talk about fall and winter, traditionally the slower times for real estate. September to November is a transitional period. buyers with school-aged children are less inclined to move during the school year. And by October, the upcoming holidays start to shift people's focus away from real estate. According to Zillow, home sales dropped by about 15% in September compared to summer. But the real slow period hits during the winter months. December to February are notoriously the slowest times of the year for the real estate market. According to NAR data, home sales in January and February are almost 30% lower than their summer peaks. People are focused on the holidays, dealing with cold weather, and hesitant to move during this time of year. However, there is a silver lining. Although there are fewer buyers during the winter, the ones that are out there tend to be highly motivated. Maybe they need to relocate quickly for a job, or maybe they've been waiting for a better deal. Either way, if you price your home right and make it as appealing as possible, you can still sell quickly even during these slower months. Now, I promise I am not just making this stuff up. I have data and statistics to help back up these positions. So let's dive into some numbers. Understanding the data behind home sales can help you make informed decisions about when to sell. Now, here's a breakdown of how homes typically perform throughout the year. In the spring, homes sell fast, averaging about 30 days on the market. On average across the country, sellers get about 98% of their asking price during this time because buyer interest is typically at its peak. During the summertime, the market is still active, but in general, homes take a little longer to sell, averaging about 35 days on the market. During this time, sellers typically get about 97% of their asking price, which is still pretty good. Now the weather is starting to change. By now, homes are staying on the market longer, averaging around 41 days on the market, and the sales prices drop slightly to about 96% of the asking price. Once Thanksgiving hits, the market typically slows down the most, with homes staying on the market for 50 days or more, and sellers tend to get about 95% of their asking price during this time. Now these are just general trends. Real estate is hyper-local, so these numbers may not reflect what you see in your local market. It is crucial to talk to a trustworthy local realtor who can give you accurate advice based on what's happening in your specific area. Diving back into some numbers, Zillow's research shows that homes listed in December are less likely to sell within 6 months than homes listed at any other time of the year. A study by Atom Data Solutions found that homes sold in February, historically the worst month to sell, sold for 6% less than the average price throughout the year. But it's not all doom and gloom for fall and winter sales. If you are willing to adapt and plan strategically, you can definitely sell successfully during these slower months. And in some cases, buying during the off-season could get you a better deal. Now let's take a look at some pros and cons of selling during the different times of the year. Some of the challenges you might face trying to sell your home in January: cold weather, the post-holiday slump, and fewer buyers actively searching for homes. Throughout my career, I have observed this to be one of the worst months for selling a house. But there are opportunities out there. In general, there tends to be less competition from other sellers, and the buyers who are out there tend to be highly motivated and want to move quickly. January typically sees the lowest sales volume and the highest DOM, indicating a sluggish market. We do usually see a slight improvement after the Super Bowl, and once March rolls around, the increase in buyer activity is definitely noticeable. Some of the challenges you might face selling your home in April: increasing competition as more homes are listed requires standout marketing and presentation efforts. I recommend you always take hiring the best realtor seriously. Before signing a listing agreement, conducting a thorough interview with your potential real estate agent is crucial. Some of the opportunities for selling in April include high buyer interest due to the favorable weather and the desire to move before summertime. April is one of the peak months for sales volume with a low DOM, meaning homes sell quickly and close to the asking price. In August, when the summer season begins to roll down, some of the challenges you might face selling your home: the market begins to cool down slightly, and distractions from back-to-school activities take priority. Anyone with kids typically doesn't want to wait until August to find a home to purchase. August brings the last chance for summer buyers to close deals, and potential for motivated sellers looking to finalize before the fall. August sales volume remains pretty steady, with a slightly increased DOM compared to earlier summer months. Once November runs around, you will face some other challenges: holiday preparations, colder weather, and fewer buyers actively searching for homes. There are still opportunities out there though. Motivated buyers who need to settle before the end of the year, and potentially less competition from other sellers. November typically brings lower sales volume and a higher DOM, indicating a slower market, but with determined buyers who may be willing to negotiate quickly. If you find yourself needing to sell during a less than ideal time, don't worry, there are plenty of ways to increase your chances of success. Enhancing your curb appeal is always important, but even more so in winter when homes tend to look drab. Simple things like adding vibrant plants, clearing snow, and making sure walkways are well lit can make a huge difference. During slower months, an attractive price can draw in hesitant buyers, so research local market trends and work with your realtor to set a realistic yet competitive price. Make your home feel warm and inviting, especially during the colder months. Professional staging can highlight your home's best features, and if your home is vacant, virtual staging can be an excellent option. Offering flexible showing times, including evenings and weekends, can accommodate more potential buyers. Virtual tours can also be a huge help, especially when fewer people are willing to venture out in poor weather. Use online platforms to your advantage. High-quality photos, videos, and virtual tours can make your home stand out. Social media is another powerful tool to reach potential buyers who may not be attending open houses. Now let me share a couple of real-life examples to illustrate how timing plays out in the real world. So Steve and Jen needed to sell their home in December because of a job relocation. January isn't an ideal month for home sales, but they knew they had to make the best of it. They focused on enhancing their curb appeal with tasteful winter decorations and priced their home competitively based on recent sales in the area, opting to go slightly below market value to attract buyers quickly. By making their home feel warm and inviting, they attracted motivated buyers and sold within 30 days at just over their asking price. Even during the slowest months, with the right strategy, you can still find success. Another example, Allison listed her home at the end of August, hoping to catch the last wave of summer buyers. However, she quickly realized that there was a lot of competition, with many similar homes on the market. To stand out, Allison invested in professional staging, and we priced it aggressively to attract more potential buyers. She was flexible with showings to accommodate all buyers, and we used a mix of modern and traditional marketing to reach as many potential buyers as possible. In the end, she sold her home within a week over asking price, proving that adaptability definitely pays off. When selling a home, timing matters. Understanding when to sell can make a significant difference in your overall experience and your profits. So let's recap. Spring and summer are the best times to sell, with high buyer activity and faster sales. Fall and winter are slower, but with the right strategy, you can still achieve success. Always plan strategically, work with a realtor you trust, and stay flexible when selling during less than ideal times. Selling a home can be a rewarding experience when you have the right tools and knowledge at your disposal. If you are looking to sell soon, take a close look at your timing and make sure you are prepared to get the best possible outcome. Have you bought or sold a home in the quote-unquote slow season? What was your experience like? Drop a comment below and let me know. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Thanks for watching. I'm George Poporad, and I'll see you next time.